Now, we do have some breaking news moments ago. Actor Tom Hanks, his wife Rita Wilson, they have tested positive for coronavirus. By the way, they are in our prayers tonight. Trace Gallagher, he's in our West Coast newsroom with the very latest. Trace.
Found this out about maybe 2-3 minutes ago, and what's happening here is Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson were down in Australia. They're filming Baz Luhrmann's new movie about Elvis Presley, and Tom Hanks is playing the part of the famous colonel who took care of Elvis for many years. And we were kind of working this story earlier. Well, now Tom Hanks has just tweeted just moments ago, quoting here, he says, "Hello, folks. Rita and I are down here in Australia. We felt a bit tired, like we had colds and some body aches. Rita had some chills that came and went, slight fevers too. To play things right, as is needed in the world right now, we were tested for coronavirus and were found to be positive." The question now is, what happens to them down there? Well, the answer appears to be from medical officials, they will have to follow all the protocols, meaning they'll be tested, they'll be observed and isolated for as long as the Australian public officials want them to be. It's unclear if they will continue to actually work down there and what the process and the days that they will actually be under isolation or quarantine in Australia and what this means. As far as their health, Sean, and how they are right now, that's also unclear. But because of the tweet and from the tone and tenor of it, it appears that they are upbeat, and we are still looking for more information on this. And I just want to continue with the breaking news here. The NBA is now suspending the season because of coronavirus following tonight's game. And this comes in quoting here. The NBA announced that a player on the Utah Jazz has preliminary tested positive for COVID-19 coronavirus. The test result was reported shortly prior to the tip-off of tonight's game between the Jazz and Oklahoma City. We had heard earlier that the Oklahoma City game was canceled, and the NBA wouldn't give us any explanation as to why it was canceled. They just cut the game off. Well, now we know that one of the Jazz players has preliminarily tested positive for COVID-19. It goes on to say the Jazz, the Oklahoma City Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. At that time, tonight's game was canceled. The affected player was not in the arena at the time. The NBA is suspending gameplay following the conclusion of tonight's schedule of games until further notice. So it's unclear if they are canceling the season or until further notice. The NBA has about 12, 13, 14 games